Which Levi's jeans is best for you? There are so many different Levi's fit out there, and it is so time consuming and so confusing to find out which fit is best for you. Lucky for you, I'm gonna be trying on and reviewing every single Levi's fit out there. Yeah, you heard that right. Every single Levi's fit out there. That includes the 501, the 501 restricted fit, the 502, the 505, the 510, the 511, the 512, the 513, the 514, the 517, the 527, the 541, the 550, 559, and lastly 569. Man, that is 15 pairs of Levi's jeans that I'll be trying on and reviewing to help you guys find out which is the best for you. So keep watching. Starting off with the 501 shrink to fit, the hip measures to 20 inches, thighs 11.5 inches, rise 11.25 inches, and leg opening is 8.25 inches. The 501 shrink to fit is the original and very first Levi's fit created back in the 1890s. It was the very first pair of blue jeans that had rivet reinforcements. They were initially made for miners and factory workers, which is why the jeans are built to be more stiff and heavy duty. 501 shrink to fit is completely raw and unwashed, giving you the full denim experience. It sits at the waist with a button fly. If you're a denim enthusiast who plans to wear the 501 unwashed, then I would go true to size. But one thing to note is that raw denim is very stiff. Let me tell you, it was a struggle to do simple tasks like bending over to tie my shoelaces. So that's why I personally would prefer to wash these before wearing it out in public, because not only will it fit better, but also it will be a lot more comfortable. And if you're like me, there are two ways you can shrink these. The first is to soak them in a bathtub, and the second is to throw them in the washing machine just like any other pair of jeans. If you go with the first option, Levi's recommends to go true to size in the waist, but go up 2 sizes in length. Put them on, hop in a warm bath, and just kick back and relax for at least 30 minutes. When you're done soaking, keep them on until they dry. As they dry, they will start to shrink according to your body shape. If you go with the second option to machine wash and dry your jeans, then go up 1 waist size and 3 sizes for the inseam. But whichever way you decide to wear the 501s, over time the creases, fade marks, and cuffs will be based on how you lived your life and not artificially manufactured in a factory. Next up is the 501 Original. The hip measures to 20 inches, thighs 11 inches, rise 10.5 inches, and leg opening is 7.75 inches. 501 is the classic Levi's fit. It's been around for over 150 years, and it's one of the most popular jeans of all time. It sits right at the waist with a button fly and straight leg. The jeans would develop a unique fading over time. The biggest surprise to me, however, is that even though this is a straight leg jean, it felt very tight against my thighs. Almost felt like a slim or skinny fit from the knee up. If you take a look at my backside, this is even more obvious with the hourglass shape formed on my legs. On a positive note, however, the 501 feels very sturdy and the denim feels thick and heavy, which makes me think that these will last you a long time. The negative side to thick and sturdy jeans, however, is that it's not going to feel comfortable because of how rigid the material is. It'll take some time to break in, but until then, don't expect it to feel good. Even though the 501 is their flagship model and one of the most popular jeans of all time, I'm a little disappointed with the fit and comfort. On to the 502 regular taper. The hip measures to 19.25 inches, thighs 10.5 inches, rise 10 inches, and leg opening is 6.75 inches. The 502 regular taper is the slim version of the 505 regular fit. It has the same thigh opening at 10.5 inches, but this has a smaller hip opening at 19 inches and a smaller leg opening at 6.75 inches. This sits below the waist with a zip fly. From the knee up, there's just enough room in the thighs for it not to feel restrictive, and from the knee down is not as slim as a 510 skinny or as wide as a 511 slim. It sits right in the middle. So if you think the leg opening of the 510 skinny is too small and the 511 is too big, then the 502 is for you. Overall, I like the fit and comfort of this pair a lot. Onto the 505 regular fit. The hip measures to 20 inches, The thighs 10.5 inches, rise 10.5 inches, and leg opening is 7.5 inches. This is the classic straight fit. It sits right at the waist with a zip fly. 505 has an extremely slim thigh opening considering it's a regular fit. It's squeezing my thighs a little bit too much for my liking. These feel very similar to the 501s. They both have the same 10.5 inch rise and 20 inch hip opening. It has a straight fit below the knees with a 7.5 inch leg opening. This is advertised as a classic straight fit, but from the knee up, it definitely feels like a slim fit. Overall, I don't find these jeans to be very comfortable and it's not one of my favorites. Next up, we have the 510 skinny fit. The hip measures to 18.75 inches, rise 11 inches, thighs 10 inches, and leg opening is 6 inches. The 510 fits exactly how skinny jeans should fit. It's skinny from the hip down to the ankles. There's not much breathing room in my legs right now. These jeans are completely hugging my legs. It sits at the waist with a zip fly and a very slim 6 inch leg opening. If you're thinking about getting the 510, I highly recommend getting a pair with some elastane in it, because if there's zero stretch in the fabric, you'll most likely have a hard time putting these on and taking them off. Even if you're on the thinner side, I still recommend to get these with some stretch because they'll feel so much more comfortable on you. Just one quick message before we continue on with this video. If this video is helping you out so far, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps out small content creators like myself, and it really encourages me to keep putting out videos like this. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Onto the 511 slim fit. The hip measures to 18.5 inches, thighs 10.5 inches, rise 9.5 inches, and leg opening is 7 inches. The 511 have a slim fit from the hip to the ankle. It sits below the waist with a zip fly. These jeans give your legs a bit more breathing room than the 510, but still gives off a nice tailored look that really makes your legs look great. The leg opening is 7 inches, which I found to be a very versatile opening. And what I mean by that is that these jeans will look good with both sneakers and boots. I always thought that wearing skinny jeans with boots would make you look like you have big clown feet, but with the 511s and its 7 inch leg opening, I think this is the perfect balance that'll make you look great with both sneakers and boots. The 511 is one of the most popular jeans of all time, and it's also one of my favorites. Onto the 512 slim taper. The hip measures to 19 inches, thighs 10.5 inches, rise 10.5 inches, and leg opening is 6 inches. This is one of Levi's newest fit. Imagine if the 510 and 511 had a baby, that baby would be the 512. From the knee up, the fit is exactly the same as the 511, and from the knee down, the fit is the same as the 510. The 512 is everything you love about the way slimmer jeans look, without everything you hate about the way slimmer jeans feel. So if you're a fan of the 511 but wish the leg opening was more tapered, or if you're a fan of the 510 but wish there was more room in the thighs, then the 512 is for you. Moving on to the 513 slim straight. The hip measures to 20 inches, thighs 11 inches, rise 10.5 inches, and leg opening is 7.75 inches. The 513 have a slim fit through the hips and thighs and then loosen out to a straight fit below the knee. It sits below the waist with a zip fly. I would definitely go up a waist size on these. These are tight from the knee up. From the knee down, it fits comfortably with plenty of breathing room in the legs. With this 8 inch leg opening, it has a wider than normal opening for your typical slim jeans. Because of this, you have a wider option of shoes that you can pair these jeans with. But if you're looking for a slim fit to pair with big work boots, then the 513s are not for you. Instead, I would recommend the 517 slim boot cut, which I will cover next in this video. But overall, these jeans are perfect for guys who like a slim, snug fit in the thighs, but don't like true slim or skinny jeans, as the straight fit below the knee gives you best of both worlds. Onto the 514 straight fit. The hip measures to 20.25 inches, thighs 11 inches, rise 10 inches, and leg opening is 7.75 inches. If you don't like skinny or slim jeans, then the 514 might be a great option for you. These jeans can show some figure without making you feel uncomfortable. This is a straight fit, but it's not baggy. They are sort of in between. They don't hug your legs like slim jeans, but they also aren't so baggy that they are sloppy. In my opinion, the 514 is very comfortable. I can wear this all day long with no problem. The jeans sit below the waist with a zip fly. As you guys can see, the fit is very straight, just like how Levi's intended it to be. Overall, I like the fit and comfort of these jeans a lot. Moving on to the 517 boot cut. The hip measures to 20 1/4 inches, thighs 11 inches, rise 10 3/4 inches, and leg opening is 8 3/4 inches. The 517 fits slim through the thighs and ends with your classic boot cut leg opening. It sits at the waist with a zip fly. Since I work in manufacturing, I wear my work boots for 8 to 10 hours a day, so I'm always looking for the best fitting boot cut jeans to wear to work, and I found that the 517 pairs up very well for my work boots. For reference, I'm wearing my aluminum toe work boots from Red Wings, and these are super chunky shoes, but it doesn't look chunky thanks to the wide leg opening of the 517. For the fit, definitely size up on these. There's very little breathing room in the thighs and hips if you go true to size, so please, for the sake of your reproductive glands, size up. The jeans are very fitted, as you can see the hourglass silhouette forming in my legs. Boot cuts don't have to be baggy, and these are the perfect example. Overall, the leg opening on these are great for heavy duty work boot wearing professionals or someone who likes that relaxed fit from the knee down. Moving on to the 527 slim boot cut. The hip measures to 19 1/2 inches, thighs 10 1/2 inches, rise 10 1/4 inches, and leg opening is 8 1/2 inches. The 527 are the slim version of the 517. They're slimmer from every single aspect, from the hip, thighs, and leg opening. These sits below the waist with a zip fly. My first impression, gonna be really honest here, I feel like I'm going sterile if I wear these for more than an hour. I don't know if you can tell, but there's not a lot of breathing room in my downstairs area. The slim 19 1/2 hip opening plus the low 10 1/4 inch rise is not a good combination. You without a doubt need to size up on these and maybe even go up 2 sizes. The 8 1/2 leg opening is also slimmer than the 517, but not too much where you'll notice a difference. The jeans look good paired with my Red Wing work boots. One thing to note is that the length of the jeans is longer than the 517. Even though both are the same size, it could be a quality control issue, or maybe the 527 just fits longer. Who knows, but that's something to really look out for if you're considering the 527. Overall, not a big fan of these jeans, but if you're on the slimmer side and looking for a boot cut fit, then the 527 may be for you. Next up is the 541 athletic fit. The hip measures to 21 inches, thighs 11 1/2 inches, rise 10 inches, and leg opening is 7 1/2 inches. As the name implies, the athletic fit is built for my thick boys out there who needs a little more room in the seat and hips, but still want that nice tapered leg opening. From the knee up, the 541 fits exactly the same as the 559 relaxed straight jeans, so you have all the comfort that you'll find in a relaxed fit, but without the bagginess from the knee down. You'll notice that the jeans will start to taper from about the middle of the thigh all the way down to the leg opening, but the leg opening doesn't taper as much as the 511. It sits right in the middle of a relaxed fit and a slim fit. Overall, these are very comfortable jeans, and if you have above average thighs and butt, then these would be perfect for you. Onto the 550 relaxed fit. The hip measures to 20 1/2 inches, thighs 11 3/4 inches, rise 10 inches, and leg opening is 8 inches. Even though the 550 is very roomy, it doesn't look baggy or sloppy. The silhouette looks very straight with the slight taper near the ankle to show some shape. It sits at the waist with a zip fly. These jeans are very comfortable against the thighs and hips. If you have above average thighs and hips but also looking for a slightly tapered leg opening, then the 550 is for you. Or if you're just looking for a nice comfortable pair of jeans to wear during a chill weekend, then these are also for you. These jeans look and feel great, and overall I really like the 550. Next up is a 559 relaxed straight. The hip measures to 21 inches, thighs 11 1/2 inches, rise 10 inches, and leg opening is 8 inches. The 559 has the widest hip opening at 21 inches, so to my thick boys out there, this is for you. These are relaxed straight fit jeans that sits below the waist with extra room in the thighs and hip, but a straight fit below the knees. This makes the 559 very comfortable with plenty of room built in. The straight cut below the knee makes this pair look clean and not baggy. Overall, these jeans are very comfortable with plenty of leg room to spare. Last but not least, the 569 loose straight. The hip measures to 21 inches, thighs 12 inches, rise 10¼ inches, and leg opening is 9 inches. 569 fits exactly how the name implies. This is Levi's most roomy fit, and it's even more roomy than the 550 and 559 relaxed straight. This sits below the waist with the zip fly. With a 21-inch hip and 12-inch thigh opening, that leaves plenty of breathing room for your legs, so much that I would recommend going down a size if you have a similar body shape as mine. Even though this is Levi's most relaxed fitting jeans, this is far from being baggy. This is a straight fit from the waist all the way down to the hem. With a 9-inch leg opening, this is wider than all the boot cuts that I previously shown in this video. Overall, these would be perfect if you're on the thicker side or just looking for a comfortable and relaxed fit to lounge around in. And now, time for the comparison. Starting off with the 510, 511, and 512. The 512 is a hybrid between the 510 and 511. From the knee up, it has the same thigh opening as the 511. From the knee down, the 512 fits the same as the 510 skinny fit with a 6-inch leg opening. As for the differences between the 510 and 511, surprisingly the 510 has 1/4 inch wider hip opening, but the 511 has a 1/2 inch wider thigh opening and 1.5 inch shorter rise. From the knee down, the 511 has a 1 inch larger leg opening than the 510. The differences in the thigh and leg doesn't seem like much, but it really does make a difference in terms of comfort and fit. Let's take a look at the 502 regular taper. Compared with the 512 slim taper, the 502 has a 1/4 inch more room in the hips, and the thigh opening is exactly the same at 10.5 inches. So from the knee up, the fit is almost identical. The leg opening is 3/4 larger on the 502 than the 512. It doesn't taper down as aggressively as the 512, so your calves will have more breathing room, but it also doesn't open as wide as a 511. So these sit right in the middle of 511 and 512 in terms of leg opening. Now let's move on and compare 513, 517, and 527. At 20 inches, the hip opening on the 513 sits in the middle of the 517 and 527. The thigh opening on the 513 is the same as the 517, but 1/2 inch larger than the 527. The leg opening is about 1 inch smaller than the 517 and 527, and the rise sits in the middle at 10.5 inches. To summarize, from the knee up, the fit on the 513 is very similar to the 517, but from the knee down, it's about 1 inch more narrow. For the 517 and 527, the 527 is about 1 inch slimmer at the hips, 1/2 inch slimmer in the thighs, 1/2 inch shorter rise, and about 1/4 inch more narrow for the leg opening. So the 527 is slimmer in every single aspect compared to the 527. One big thing I wanted to mention is that the inseam on the 527 is 1/2 inch longer than the 517, and I noticed it right away when I saw a little bit of the jeans stacking above my boots. My guess is that this is a quality control issue because I've had other Levi's fit inconsistently like this, so don't be surprised if you order Levi's and the sizing is off by 1/2 inch. Next up, the 501 shrink to fit compared with the 501 pre-wash original fit. The 501 shrink to fit has identical hip opening at 20 inches, the thigh is 1/2 inch wider, and the rise is about 1 inch longer. I'm a little surprised that the hip opening is the same because after shrinkage, this may fit a little tight. The inseam is exactly the same at 29 inches, so you definitely have to size up at least 2 inches in length if you're planning to shrink these. The two jeans that fit very similar are the 501 and the 505. Even though the 501 has 1/2 inch more room in the thighs than the 505, both pairs felt tight and restrictive. From the knee up, it felt like I was wearing a slim or even a skinny fit. The hip rise and leg opening are identical, and they are both straight fit from the knee down. The difference between these two besides the thigh measurements is that the 501 comes with a button fly, whereas the 505 has a zip fly. Then you have the 550 relaxed and 559 relaxed straight. These two pairs are the roomiest out of all 5. The 559 has the largest hip measurement at 21 inches. However, the thigh and leg opening are almost identical between these two pairs. Even though the 559 relaxed straight is half an inch larger in the hip than the 550, these two pairs felt identical to me when I tried them on. I couldn't tell a difference, but if you fill these jeans up better than me, you'll probably be able to tell the difference. So if you got a big booty, then the 559 would be for you. To summarize, here are all 15 jeans side by side for your comparison purposes. If you made it this far in this video, please like and subscribe because making videos like this is not easy nor cheap, and every sub will motivate me to keep going. So out of all 15 Levi's jeans, let me know in the comments which is your favorite. And that's it for today's video. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know which Levi's fit is your favorite. If you love denim just like me, here's a complete playlist all about denim. So click here to watch. And that's it for this week's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.